Tom King, president of the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association, though, got the call to be on Cam and Company. How you doing, Tom?
Pretty good, Cam. How about you?
I'm very well. Thanks for coming on the program tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. I'd rather be on Cam and Company than I'm with Soledad.
It is fascinating to see the national attention that is being paid to microstamping because of Assemblywoman Schimmel. I mean, this is a law that has been around, or legislation that's been around for about 5 years now, and yet all of a sudden, it's kicked around New York for the last couple of years, but this is the first year that I can recall MSNBC and CNN doing stories on microstamping.
Well, that's because the proposed legislation is nearly dead, and they're trying to stir up interest in it.
So this is the last desperate gasp of a dying piece of legislation?
That's what we're hoping. You know, there doesn't seem to be a lot of interest in it. You know, if it comes up for a vote, it will do that in the next day or two because of the session. The legislative session is going to end on Thursday for this year, and you know, it's one of those things, Cam, where this is, I think, the fifth year that it's being proposed, and each year the supporters become less and less, and there's less of an appetite to pass it, and I think that's where we're at now, and I do believe it's desperation for them to try to revive interest in it.
Okay, yeah, so let's talk about the bill, because the bill itself and the technology itself, Tom, it's flawed, it's easily defeated, it's going to cost a lot of money to do this, and of course there are firearms manufacturers in New York State who are threatening to pull out, just as we saw manufacturers threaten to pull out of the California retail market if and when microstamping ever goes into effect there.
That's right. You know, it's like COBIS that we had in New York State that the governor discontinued this year. You know, we had the COBIS law for 12 years and $44 million without ever a crime being solved, and this is exactly the same type of technology. I mean, you know that, we know that, everybody knows that. You know, and I'm sure that even the anti-gun forces that are pushing it know it, but they just don't care.
All right, so you say the session is supposed to wrap up on Thursday this week. I mean, what are the chances, Tom, that this bill could come up for a vote in the Assembly?
Well, yeah, in past years, you know, there was 100% chance that it was going to be brought up for a vote sometime. Right now, I think it's actually 50-50. There's as much of a chance of it not being brought up for a vote as there is that it will be.
Okay, so what should gun owners be doing right now? So should they be on the phone to their assembly person?
Well, they should certainly be on their phone to their assembly person. That's what we've been urging, and it's the only way to to ensure that it's not going to come up, and maybe even the governor's office.
You go ahead and contact Governor Cuomo?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you're not going to get a hold of Governor Cuomo. But,
Right.
Yeah. I mean, because he's the one who's going to have to pass it, and he's also the one who cut funding for the Assembly tried to include funding for the microstamping in their proposed budget for the year, and he cut it out of their budget.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I mean, I got to ask, Tom, how much of this is, the sort of progressive or the anti-gun answer to the COBIS system getting scrapped? You know, they got rid of one failed system, and now they want to replace it with another?
Oh, that's exactly it. That's what we've been saying all along. And see, I think that they thought with the governor discontinuing COBIS that it was going to be a shoo-in for them to, institute microstamping in New York State. But it hasn't been that easy. There's been a lot of resistance, and that's what all of the Soledad O'Brien, the CNN news thing is all about. You know.
Right. All right. Well, listen, Tom, appreciate you coming on the program this evening, sir, and look forward to doing this again in the very near future.
I appreciate it, Cam. Thanks a lot.